All right, and we finally move on to just an excellent Monday Night Football matchup. Detroit Lions going to Baltimore to face Lamar Jackson, making a run at another MVP at this point, and a Ravens team that, save for just a disastrous fourth quarter against the Bills, is looking like a legit Super Bowl contender this season. So it's as hard as that might be for Mike to hear after he believed in the Browns so heavily last week. But anyway, yes, the Ravens are laying 5 points to the Lions, and the Ravens are at home in this game. So right away, what jumps off the page to me is that that's a pretty heavy line, at least on the Ravens side. That 5 points seems a little big to me against a Lions team that just hung a 50 burger on the Bears, who albeit have a really bad defense, but there are some questions about the Ravens defense in many ways. So, Christian, just right away, what jumps off to you about this game?
For me, Lamar Jackson is to me, he's the best quarterback in the league. I just think his ability to do both run and pass. It doesn't seem like he makes a ton of mistakes. The only mistakes are like fumbles. But he definitely looks like the most talented quarterback in the league to me. They still don't have Isaiah Likely back. Who knows about Patrick Ricard? Once they get them back, they'll be even better. Defensively, Jair Alexander did not play last week. So we'll see how the cornerback room shakes out. I think Marlon Humphrey's hurt right now. We'll see if he plays. Overall, the Detroit Lions, I think they just kind of got fortunate to play a pretty bad team last week defensively. They dominated the Bears. I think it's going to be a lot more difficult against the Ravens this week. I think the question for the Ravens is if they can get to the quarterback on pass plays. I think if they do, there's no issue here. I would take the 5 points. I take the Ravens to cover that. But if for some reason Jameer and David Montgomery get off, I can definitely see Detroit cover. But I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens to cover this spread just because of how good I think Lamar Jackson is playing.
Anybody got a pushback on anyone taking the Lions +5? It's kind of jumping out to me, but Christian makes some good points.
It's an intriguing number. Whenever I mean, honestly, I feel like these teams would be more even to where the spread should be lower. So my guts tell me that that's a pretty solid number to take the Lions with. But again, I feel like I might be missing something, and I'm kind of with Christian. Like Baltimore has always been, even before the year, like their roster. They clearly, in my opinion, have the best roster in the NFL. It just kind of comes down to on a game by game basis, and then in January, February, can they put it all together? Because it doesn't seem like they've been able to do it. But in a week 3 regular season game, um, yeah, I lean Baltimore. I don't really love either side on this game because I think it's a lot of points. Because I respect Detroit and what they showed last week, and I know they underwhelmed against Green Bay week 1, and maybe the Bears are a lesser opponent than we think. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have much of a. I don't. I if I had to lean somewhere, I'd lean Baltimore, but I don't love. I don't love I don't love laying 4.5 against a good Detroit team, in my opinion.
No, I'm with you right there, Turtle. I mean, we're still talking about the same Baltimore defense that laid 41 against, or they had the Bills laid 41 against them. Obviously, I love the over in this, but we'll see. I think what we did see was the Lions. The Lions only able to put up 246 yards against the Packers. Obviously, a whole different ball game when you're playing against the Bears. I think things will kind of go back to the mean. It's Lamar Jackson against Jared Goff, an improved offensive line versus an offensive line I think we have a lot of questions about. In the defense, we have a lot of questions about. Give me the Ravens in terms of just in a possession game. But yeah, at 3, give me the Ravens. I think they take care of business here.
Yeah, I like the Ravens to win this game, but I do like Detroit to cover. I think that just with the questions that the Ravens have in terms of their run defense at this point, this will be a game where Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are able to build on the success that they've had last week. But at the end of the day, I think that if this comes down to Lamar Jackson versus Jared Goff, who's going to make a big play in a big moment to win this game, I will take Lamar, especially at home. But again, this is going to be a fun game. This is probably going to be a very high scoring game. The total is at 51.5.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of points.
I was going to say that's a very high total. I'm obviously going to I don't know if I'll take the over on that, but I think it will be a high scoring game. So
This will be a fun prop bet game.
Yeah.
This will just be a great game to end the week. I'll have the Lions cover, Ravens win, just because of the 5 points. Or is it 4.5? You said, Turtle?
4.5, yeah.
Okay, I mean 4.5 kind of functions as 5 in some ways. It's so
It's kind of a dead area.
Right. So I'll take the Ravens to win and the Lions to cover, just based on how great that offense looked, even if it was against just a terrible defense in what the Bears rolled out there. But hey, Ravens are at home. This is gonna be a fun game, so I'm really excited to see this one.
Yeah,
I got
I think
Ravens.
we'll find out a little bit more about both teams in it. I think
You got the
Derrick
Ravens
Henry.
winning and covering, Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, big game.
Yeah, I like that too.
Derek
That's
Biggins.
Derek Biggins.
Roll Tide, roll King Henry. Just don't fumble this.
Yeah.
No fumbles this time, Derek. we've had a
Yeah,
couple
2
weeks
fumbles
now.
through 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Guy hadn't fumbled in like 2 years.
That's how it
So that'll
goes.
come back to earth. He won't be doing that. I trust in Big Derek.
All
He's
right.
on my fan.